What is going on, everyone? So this is my second week of doing SEC schedule predictions for the 2022 season. And this week, it is the reigning, defending national champion Georgia Bulldogs. And, Georgia Bulldogs are going to have a different look to them this year. They lost a lot of talent on the defensive side. Now, I believe this upcoming season, they're going to take a step back on defense, but they're going to take a step up on offense. They got a lot of new weapons on the offensive side and a lot of tight ends they're going to use this upcoming season. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. So week 1, the Georgia Bulldogs play Oregon. It's supposed to be a neutral field, but it's in Atlanta, Georgia. They play at the Atlanta Falcons arena. Now, the Oregon Ducks are going to have a different look to them this year. They have a new quarterback. They bring in former Auburn quarterback Bo Nix. Now, a lot of SEC teams know who Bo Nix is. The Georgia faithful and Georgia fans, everyone knows Bo Nix. And this guy can do some spectacular things, but he can do some boneheaded things at the same time. He'll run around for 20 seconds, it seems like, and then make a great play somehow. Now, Oregon also has a new head coach. Their former head coach, Mario Cristobal, went to Miami and took over that head coaching vacancy. So who is Oregon's new head coach? Well, Georgia fans, you know who this guy is very well. It is none other than Dan Lanning, the former defensive coordinator of the Georgia Bulldogs, and he just won y'all a national championship, had one of the best defenses Georgia's had, or pretty much college football has seen in quite some time. So Dan Lanning's going to know, the strengths and weaknesses of the Georgia's defense. Now, that will give him a heads up and a head start, of trying to figure out how to score on this Georgia defense. A lot of new additions to this Georgia's defense, but with Oregon, they do have a couple of good players on the defensive side. They have former 5-star recruit linebacker Justin Flo. I think he's one of the better linebackers that you're going to see this upcoming season. I think he can match with some of the tight ends that Georgia has. So that's going to be a really good matchup to see. Justin Flo is, I think, projected a late first-round pick. But I'm telling you, in this game, week 1, you're going to see Justin Flo. And this guy is a stud linebacker for the Oregon Ducks. Now, my prediction of this game, I believe it's going to be a close game. I believe it stays close, just like the week 1 matchup between Clemson and Georgia in 2021. But I also believe the Georgia Bulldogs will take the victory late against the Oregon Ducks. But what I will say, this week 1 matchup is going to be one of the games to watch in 2022, especially in week 1. Now, week 2, the Georgia Bulldogs play Samford. Not going to talk much about that. They should beat Samford pretty well. Now, after Samford, the Georgia Bulldogs go on the road and play at South Carolina on September 17th. Now, the Gamecocks return 15 starters from 2021, and they're going to have a different quarterback under center. Now, the new quarterback for the Gamecocks is Spencer Rattler, former Oklahoma quarterback. So, how he will favor in the SEC is unknown, so we will have to find out how he plays. Now, this is still going to be early in the season. Now, I don't feel like this is going to be a blowout, but I do believe the Georgia Bulldogs take the victory 10 to 13 points over the South Carolina Gamecocks. Now, week 4 on September 24th, the Georgia Bulldogs take on Kent State. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that one. Georgia's going to take the victory over Kent State. Now, the Missouri Tigers finished 2021 with a record of 6-7. I just do not believe the Missouri Tigers have the horses to keep up with the Georgia Bulldogs. I think the Georgia Bulldogs take a victory here against Missouri pretty convincingly over the Tigers. Now, on October 8th, the Georgia Bulldogs have another home game. And this one is against the Auburn Tigers. Now, the Auburn Tigers, they got a lot of question marks entering this 2022 season. They had a lot of transfers this past season, in the offseason. And, who's their starting quarterback? Is it going to be Finley? Is it going to be Calzada? The Texas A&M transfer? So, I know there's a quarterback battle there. Just a lot of question marks for this team. And, what's Brian Harsin going to do? I know a lot of people are still up in the air, like, is this the guy for Auburn? But, with what I've seen from Auburn from last year, I think they're still going to have a good defense. I just think offensively they're going to struggle, and you can't do that against Georgia. Georgia takes the victory over Auburn. Now, the following week, the Georgia Bulldogs play Vanderbilt. And like I said in my Florida schedule prediction, this isn't academics. Georgia's going to take the victory over Vanderbilt. Now, after Vanderbilt, the Georgia Bulldogs get a bye week, and then they play my team, the Florida Gators. Now, the Florida Gators actually have a bye week right before they play Georgia as well. So both teams should be fresh. Both teams should be very well prepared. And I believe this is going to be a very good game, way better than what it was last year. That game last year was pretty much done in the second quarter. I believe Anthony Richardson's going to play better, but the Georgia Bulldogs will take the victory over Florida. So that will make the Georgia Bulldogs 8-0 to start the 2022 season. Then they go back home to play the Tennessee Volunteers. Now, Tennessee is an interesting team entering this 2022 season. I don't think this is going to be a steamroll. I think this is going to be a really good game, but I give Georgia the heads up. They're going to be at home, but I believe this is going to be a closer game than what a lot of people are going to think about, because Tennessee coming into this season is one of them ones that's going to be sneaky. It's going to be a tricky SEC team that you're going to have to come well prepared to fight against. And, I think Georgia wins a close one against Tennessee. Now, after the Tennessee game, the Georgia Bulldogs go on the road and play at Mississippi State. Now, Mississippi State, their head coach Mike Leach loves to throw the ball. They bring back Will Rogers, who threw for over 4,000 yards the past season. Now, they're going to be an air raid offense, but I do not believe the Georgia Bulldogs are going to struggle against Mississippi State, even on the road. I believe they win convincingly over Mississippi State. Now, after Mississippi State, the Georgia Bulldogs go on the road again and play the Kentucky Wildcats. Now, this game right here for the Georgia Bulldogs is scary. If Will Levis, that leader, if they say he's the leader that he is, if he's this great quarterback. Now, he lost his top target, Wan'Dale Robinson, last year. So, is he going to have, the same caliber of weapons? Who's he got? I know he's got his running back coming back. Their defense is still going to be really good. I'm going to give Georgia the victory. But do not be surprised if this is an upset. If Kentucky can get the victory over Georgia. If Will Levis is that guy late in the season, we'll have to see. But I give Georgia the victory. But I'm going to say a one-score game. I believe it's going to be that close. Now, after Kentucky, Georgia Bulldogs play Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has had 3 win seasons the past 3 years, so Georgia's going to beat them convincingly. I know it's a rivalry, but Georgia's just going to curb stomp them. This is not a tough schedule for Georgia. They are dodging some of the higher teams in the SEC, like Alabama, Texas A&M. LSU, how they're going to look this year. I'm probably leaving off a couple more, but with this schedule right here, is pretty favorable for the Georgia Bulldogs, in my opinion. And, as I've already looked at some of the other SEC schools and how their schedules are, some of them are pretty brutal. I think even the fans know that this is a pretty favorable 12-game season for Georgia. And that's why I have them going 12-0, because they don't really play 2 back-to-back like powerhouse teams. Now, I have done 2 schedule predictions, Florida and Georgia. Now, let me know in the comments who you think I should do next. I drop my videos every Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I appreciate everyone watching my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great one.